Hey everybody, I can't believe I'm live and feeling okay. It's been quite a crazy ride. I'm sure most of you know that. My brother's been a very intricate force behind me, and he's the one who suggested that I go to YouTube. He's the one who suggested that I start teaching classes. Literally over a year ago, he wanted me to teach classes all by myself. He wanted me to leave the company I was working for. He knew I could do great things, and he knew that I have a passion to help people learn real estate and to learn what I've learned about real estate. Hi, thank you for joining. And real estate to me is the most amazing way to build wealth. It's the only way to build wealth. So if you want to build wealth and you want to learn about real estate, that's all I've done for the last 35 years. I know it's crazy. I must have started when I was 5 years old. I'm just joking. You know, I always joke about age. But anyway, I wanted to let everybody know I am healthy. I don't have a scheduling problem, and I can teach like no other. So how we did the class is we looked at several different classes and courses. In fact, one of my students sent me there. She says there is one, and I haven't found it. Hey, how you doing? I know it's crazy when you're watching the video and you hear me say, hey, how you doing? But anyway, I like when Joey on Friends goes, how you doing? See, anyway, I know I get the Phoebe thing all the time. But anyway, so I had a girl from Texas send me some paperwork and books and books and books on real estate prep in Texas. So I am going to be doing some Texas classes, but also the books that she sent me says that there's a national real estate test. Now, I've never really heard about a national real estate test, and I've done real estate in California. I've done some in Texas. I've done some in Ohio, and I've done pretty much all of California, back to the California one, all of California. And a lot of my students want to know how can they invest in property like I did, and I am going to do an investment class. The investment class I'm going to do, see my Christmas tree? That's actually my Rick tree. So Rick is my brother who passed away, and last year he gave me this tree because it's a tiny little tree, and all you do is plug the darn thing in. And my tree around the corner, I'll show you guys next time. My tree around the corner is small this year. It's only about 14 feet, which is kind of a bummer. It says, oh, you just passed. Congratulations. That's so awesome. Are you going to do real estate or loans or eventually both? Always let me know, because I can probably direct you in a way that might be able to help you depending on where you live. I don't have a lot of connections in Northern California, but I do have connections in San Diego, and I have a Century 21 that's looking to hire more and more people, but they also need loan officers. So basically, I wanted to update you about all the classes I'm going to do. So I'm going to do a lot of cram courses, cram. They're not really cram. My cram course is a tutoring course. So what we do is we go through a booklet that I wrote. And yes, it's my booklet. I wrote it. It's 61 pages, and it has all the terms that you need to pass the real estate test. And so far, from me just starting my own place all by myself, all of my students have passed so far except for one. And I'm super excited about that. So here's how it's going to work. So many people are taking their California real estate exam at the beginning of the year. We originally planned on not doing anything till the beginning of the year. However, here we go, because I got lots of people calling me to come and take the tutor. So it's the reason I call it a tutor cram course or prep or exam prep is because basically what we're doing is we have enough room in the classroom for up to 12 students, and 12 students will be in class, and I only go up to about 20 online. And you guys can come from up north onto the 20 online, and you get the same preference. I mean, we babysit you guys all the way to your license. My assistant is literally like getting your information, getting your test date, talking to you about, if you're nervous or if you should reschedule. We're really helping you push forward to get your real estate license, because once you have your real estate license, you can work for so many places. You can work for timeshares. I know everybody hates it when I say cemeteries, but hey, that's land, and I have flipped some. And you can do your sales, and you can do MLO. So having that real estate license is awesome. And those of you who have your real estate license but do not have your broker's license, you need to go get that broker's license. That broker's license is amazing, and you can even work for yourself. So once you understand what you're doing in real estate, you could do real estate from your home all by yourself and pay your fees for your board and be able to keep 100% commission with no additional fees. So there's so much information I can share with you. The cram course, let me tell you when it is. So this is what we're doing. We're doing a 3-day, believe it or not, right after Christmas, and we're doing the 28th from 9 to from 9 a.m. to 3, maybe 3:30. We'll see how it goes. Then we're doing Thursday. So it's Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. Wednesday and Thursday and Friday is 9 to 3 p.m. Then what we're going to do is I'm going to come home and sleep, and I'm going to go back to the classroom, and I'm going to teach the 31st and the 1st. Now what we're going to do is on the 31st, we're having a New Year's Eve party over here at my house. So if you want to come to the New Year's Eve party here at my house, what you need to do is text me and say you want to come. If you're going to be drinking, you better not drive after my party. So make sure you don't drink too much. What I'm saying is, I'm just throwing this thing together because the students in our classes are passing so much that we want to celebrate. So bring a swimsuit if you want to go in this spa. Bring one bottle of champagne or wine, whatever you want to drink. If you bring one, we're going to have another. So I'm going to go out and buy a case of champagne, and we're going to have some finger food. So I need to know if you're going to come. And the other days that we're going to teach is we're also going to do in January. So let me see, January, we're going to do the first week. We're going to do Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, which is the 4th, 5th, and 6th. And that's from 9 a.m. to 3. And then we're also going to do 7th and 8th. And the 7th and the 8th, on the Saturdays, we do 8:30 to 5 o'clock. And literally, we sit and we go through page by page, word by word, what you need to know to pass your California real estate exam. Now, from what I'm looking at in the other books from the other states, because I am going to add the other states, a lot of the terms are pretty close to the same. But what you have to understand is in some states are wet and some states are dry. So I teach this in my class, but a dry state is California. But we're not dry because we don't have water. We're dry. You guys should know this because if you start doing real estate everywhere, you should know how it works. In California, we're a dry state because what happens is the buyer gets a call at the very end when they're signing their loan docs for their loans. The buyer gets a call from a notary, and the notary will either go out to them or the buyer will go to escrow and they'll sign their loan documents. After they sign their loan documents, the escrow company will make sure everything's signed correctly and they'll upload them to the lender. Once the lender gets the loan documents, they will call and talk to escrow. They will give escrow the funding figures, and then your loan will fund. Now, the last deal I just did was Casey. He's awesome. Shout out to Casey. Casey is a veteran, and he just purchased a townhome. Actually, it's not even a townhome. It's a PUD, a planned unit development. See the trees lighting? It's kind of weird. The planned unit development he purchased is in Costa Mesa, and he was able to get that, and he signed his loan docs. I went with him. I go with my clients everywhere, and I go with my new real estate agents everywhere. And so we went to signing. We signed at 9 o'clock in the morning. After we were done, it was about 10:30. He went and wired his funds, and we funded at 11:30, and we recorded. So he was able to get his keys the same day. But normally in California, especially Los Angeles County, hi, how you doing? Hi, Sarah. In California, no, it depends on the county, but in Los Angeles County, you usually do not fund and record on the same day. But the reason they call California a dry state is because what happens is you sign your paperwork, and by the time the lender funds the loan, the signature's dry. Because Californians, we don't really hang out and say hi to the seller, and the seller and the buyer really don't meet. In Colorado, and I know it's Colorado because I did one with a client over there, Colorado is a wet state. I know you're going to laugh. This is cute. Okay, so in California, being a dry state, we use escrow and title. Usually they're separate, but sometimes you can use the same company. Okay, so we call it escrow. And when we have our house payments collect our taxes and our insurance, that's called an impound account. This is actually on your state exam, so you might want to pay attention. Then in a wet state, everybody goes to what's called a settlement meeting. A settlement meeting is where the buyer, the seller, the agent for both sides, the title company, the escrow, they don't call them an escrow person, they call a settlement person. Everybody meets at a big table in a settlement meeting, and we sit there and we meet each other and we talk, and the paperwork gets passed around the table. After the paperwork's all passed around the table and everybody watches each other, hi there, congratulations. So they're all talking to each other. That's really cool. I love that my students help each other. That's the most awesome thing, because I have to mention that life is about helping each other. And when you guys learn that, and when you learn there's enough money to go around and money doesn't really matter, this is when our world's going to be a better place. But back to the wet state. So you pass it all around and people are friendly. And once they verify all the signatures are done, the signature is literally still wet. When the title person picks up the phone and verifies recording, and then they put the phone down, and the coolest thing ever, the seller hands the buyer the keys. So that's a wet state. Now in a wet state, they don't call it escrow. So the impounds that we call impounds here in California are actually called escrow accounts over in wet states. So I hope that helps you. So don't forget, I can teach you everything you want to know about real estate. The classes that are coming up next year, I'm going to meet with some girls who took a investment class. We're going to compare my notes with their notes, and we're going to come up with a really cool investment class. We're going to do buyer transactions. We're going to do seller transactions. We're going to do a boot camp next year. We're also going to do understanding the mortgage process. Understanding the mortgage process is actually for buyers. It could be for sellers. It's for real estate agents. It's for real estate agents to understand the steps that their buyer is going to go through as they're getting their loan. Not only that, the other people that always take that class, which is super funny to me, because they should know the process, is loan officers, real estate agents, buyers, sellers, anybody that wants to know step by step how to understand what is going to happen in a real estate transaction. All you got to do is take that class, understanding the mortgage process. So that class, I'm going to have so many classes, and I'm going to be helping you guys, and my prices are going to be so low because I don't have to share them with anybody else, because now I have my own classroom and I have my own business, and I'm here to help you and make you become wealthy. I know, isn't that so exciting? I'm so excited. She said, yay. My brother's been pushing me to do this forever, and now that he passed away, it seems like he's pushing me harder. But that's a whole nother thing about, the universe and karma and everything that happens for a reason, because things happen for a reason. If you guys have any questions at all, or you want to talk to me about real estate, as long as it's about real estate, you can text me or call me. My number is everywhere. It's 714-745-6348. I teach all my agents this. Yes, sorry for your loss. Oh, thank you so much. He was ready to go. My brother was actually sicker than we knew. So he did have kidney failure, and he was diagnosed with when people don't know if they believe in God or not, let me tell you something. He was diagnosed in 2014 with chronic kidney failure, and he should have been on dialysis since 2014. Now, people that know about kidney dysfunctions and kidney disease, from the time you're told to go on dialysis, you better get on it within a few months or you're going to die. Dialysis is way bigger than you guys even know it is. Some people just talk about, dialysis like it's no big thing. It's a pretty big thing. And so my brother didn't want to do it. And so he was told in 2014 to do dialysis. He should have died probably 4 to 6 months later. He lived 8 years. So he had an amazing life. His miracles were far beyond anybody else's miracles. Like when he had the car accident, he was a quadriplegic. If you watch my video where we're talking on one of the very first understanding, Let's Talk Real Estate. He's the person in the wheelchair. That's my brother. And he was the smartest man I ever knew. And he couldn't say no to anybody. And we're all going to miss him, but we're going to keep our mortgage company running. I talked to the guys about that. And we're going to keep the mortgage company running strong. And we will do what we can to help people buy real estate anywhere in California. And I hope to help you with any of your real estate and mortgage questions. You guys are awesome. Reach out to me. If you want to know about real estate, call me, text me. And let's see, what are you saying? It says, have a family friend who wants her license in Ventura. Ventura's awesome. If she wants her license in Ventura, you know what? What I'm going to do for people who are trying to get their license, Ventura's not very far. Hi there, how you doing? It's Maria. So let me explain something really quick. You have to take 3 classes to get your real estate license. You have to take principles, you have to take practice, and then you can take an elective. The elective that you can take, at Real Estate Trainers when I worked there, we did finance, which has a really hard final. So we did finance, we did escrow. So far I think escrow is the easiest one. Besides not only being the easiest class, escrow is the class that has a lot of the terms that you need on the state exam. The other ones, and there's property management, there's, what we were teaching originally? Before finance, we were teaching law. If you want to become like a real estate attorney, that would be a good class to start with. But let me explain something, what I'm going to do. So a lot of people, it's less expensive and it's faster to go to some of the other places that are online. There's one place called Real Estate Express. If you read the material and you follow it through, yes, you will get done and you will learn some stuff. But what I'm going to do, which is going to be so cool, is I'm going to go through the real estate practice book. I almost lost my voice. I'm going to go through the real estate practice book, and I'm going to do it live. I'm going to do it, I don't want to commit myself to 2 days a week, but I'm going to do it so that we have all 15 chapters. I'm going to go through each chapter of the real estate principles book. I'm going to go through each chapter of the real estate practice book. I'm going to go through each chapter of the real estate finance book. And I'm going to go through each chapter of the real estate escrow book. And as I'm going through the book, I'm going to talk to you about the main parts that you have to know that are on the California state test. Sorry, they're on the California state exam. So I look forward to helping you. If you have any questions or concerns regarding getting your real estate license, even maybe your broker's license or your MLO license, or you just want to buy real estate and invest or flip, let me know. I'm here to help you. Give me a call, 714, last time, 745-6348. Can't you please repeat your phone number? Of course, 714, now I got to think about it. 714-745-6348. By the way, I saw that you said timeshares. Let me tell you something. The good timeshares that are a good value are the expensive ones. If you like to do vacations and if you like to do timeshares, I did sell timeshares for a while. That's where my movie, The White Candle, came from. And if it's somebody who wants to travel, timeshares are great things, okay? And you can buy them actually secondhand at a lot cheaper. Some people will actually sell their timeshares to you for just the cost of the association bill. But if you're going to be selling them, the best ones are Marriott and Disney. I'm not sure if Hyatt hotels have them, but I know Marriott and Disney have great timeshares. A little bit expensive, but as a timeshare salesperson, you can make a lot of money doing that. So feel free to ask me. I'm here for you. Happy New Year. Merry Christmas. All that good stuff. And just think good thoughts. Be nice to each other and make it an awesome 2023. I look forward to helping you. Bye for now. Let me know if you need me.